Get off this quickly so I don't get copyrighted. I love the Avengers theme more than anything, but well, not more than anything. You know, obviously I love my family more, but it is my favourite film franchise. So yeah, we're gonna hop onto my channel. There you go. Lovely stuff. Okay, we're off the Avengers theme now. Nice. Love it. But yeah. Hey everyone, it's Tom. Welcome back to a brand new stream. It is my last stream before I go home for Easter. And obviously I'm not taking my PlayStation with me, so I'm going to be just chilling with my family for the next week and a bit, I suppose. Well, say that. It'll be a working break because obviously I've got a script I need to learn as well, so just thought I'd come on. Want to talk a bit about Born Again Season 2. Obviously episodes 2 and 3 came out last night, and oh my god, was that amazing. I genuinely don't know how to put my thoughts into words. I'm obsessed. I'm absolutely obsessed with these episodes. It was just breathtaking. I've not had this much fun watching a TV show in bloody ages. It was amazing. It was absolutely brilliant. I think the first thing, obviously, yeah, I am going to talk spoilers. So if you haven't seen the most recent 2 episodes of Daredevil Born Again, please do click off, because I do not want to spoil this experience for anyone. It is brilliant. But obviously episode 3 ended on quite a bit of a big cliffhanger. Spoilers in 3, 2, 1. Kingpin blew up the Northern Star, killing all of the Russian workers. Killing all of the Russian workers that was working on it after Daredevil had managed to sink the ship, obviously to frame, very much to frame Matt Murdock looking like a terrorist. But there were so many things in this episode that was absolutely brutal, and I can't lie. Like, I'm so surprised that Marvel are going this hard on it, given the the current affairs of the real world, so to say. Not that I'm going to commentate on that much, just because I don't really like talking about that stuff on my channel, but Marvel are not holding back. Brad Winderbaum and Dario Scardapane is not holding back at all, and I massively respect it. But, and I'm just going to talk about this now. The one-take fight scene in particular. One of the best one-take fight scenes we've seen for Daredevil. That's now the 5th one we've had. Obviously, we have one per season. I might need to fact-check and see if I'm accurate. Actually, no, it couldn't have been. It couldn't have been in Defenders as well. So it is the. Well, I mean, technically it is the 6th if we want to talk about the Echo fight. But if we're going like specifically Daredevil shows, not like cameos or like team up shows like Defenders, it's the 5th one we've had, and I want to say it's nearing on the best. I mean, I personally love the Daredevil Bullseye fight in season 1, but I also love the prison fight in season 3. Obviously, the hallway fight in season 1 of the original show. It's amazing. It's one of the most iconic scenes in Marvel history. I love that scene, but something about this prison break, we've seen like Jack Duquesne team up as well. Obviously Matt in the black suit, the double Bs. Like, obviously that's legendary. Like, that scene is just it. Need I say more? Need I say more? It's incredible. The new suit, and it pops so well in these fight scenes. And I think the one-take fight scene in particular, it really did pop well, because you could tell they had like little splices and edits, but it was so like seamless. It was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. I genuinely think that was one of the best like scenes we've had of Daredevil. Like, it was so good. And you know, the AVTF are vicious. Honestly, Fisk is vicious. The AVTF are vicious. This feels like the most like dangerous the MCU has felt in such a long time, and it's in a street level story. Like, you know, we're not talking about like Thanos or Doom here. We're talking about literal just people that are very similar to people that are around today. Obviously, I'm not name dropping. I'm not doing that. I don't really want the whole you know, MAGA police or whatever ICE storming my house just because I said something slightly mean about their boss. You know, I'm not interested in that. I've got family to think about. So, you know, that was a bit much from me, I can't lie. My apologies. No, I'm not going to apologise, being honest. But, anyway, besides the point, that was brutal. The last 2 episodes were brutal. Obviously, you got Bullseye mentioning Sister Maggie, Matt Murdock's biological mother. I do think we may see her this season. I think the fact she's been name dropped does give an indicator. Obviously, she's on a sabbatical in Rome, but like, I think the fact that Sister Maggie was name dropped, and she was referenced in season 1 as well, when Matt was talking to Yusuf Khan about his parentage. I do think we are due a Sister Maggie and Matt Murdock reunion, particularly because obviously, you know, a lot's happened since the end of season 3. You know, we had the blip, we had Foggy's death. You know, did Matt's mum survive in the blip? We know Matt did. We don't know if Foggy or Karen did. You know, like, there's so much like at home, like there's so much in the MCU that we still need answers over. It's like, you know, which one is which. But yeah, the fact she got mentioned, in my eyes, is a bit of an indicator that we should at least catch up with her at some point. You know, it would be quite nice to see her again. But yeah, we also got quite a lot of like development from a load of the other characters as well. I don't think things are looking good for Heather Glenn. I mean, considering the fact she is supposed to be like one of the antagonists, or like one of the opposing forces of the show, teaming up with Kingpin, I can't help but feel sorry for her. I think she's playing... Margarita Levita's performance is so honest and authentic to those who suffer with trauma, you know, and I speak from experience here. Like, I felt genuinely really bad for her. Like, I felt like I could relate. I felt like I could... Obviously, I've never been, you know, attacked by a serial killer, but at the same time, there was a humanity to a performance that it really did kind of tug at your heartstrings a bit. And when she was having that panic attack, I felt awful for her, like, honestly. And I really, really hope we do not get the comic book ending for Heather Glenn. I saw a theory that because she obviously took on... she kept Muse's mask, that she could become Lady Muse, which I'm all for that, honestly. I mean, it might be a bit of a bad message, but I'm more interested in that than her getting a comic book ending, because I just think that would be... I mean, I'm not surprised at all. It's not going to be a shock if they do it. Obviously, trigger warning here, but the comic book ending is Heather does commit suicide. So I would not be surprised if that's what we... I mean, we've seen that before. We've had... we had suicide in the original Netflix show. I just think it's, you know... It's another level of realism that this show's hitting, that the struggles with that. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's the ending they go with. But I would not be opposed to seeing Lady Muse instead. You know, and see Heather become Lady Muse, because it'd be such a departure, but in a good way. I think it'd be quite an interesting one. And if anything, it'd make more sense when the likes of Dreykov's daughter being Taskmaster rather than Tony Masters. But I'm not complaining about that one. I did like that twist, but I feel like, you know, Heather becoming Lady Muse would make more sense. But yeah, that at the moment, that is one of the subplots that is really intriguing me the most. And I'm really excited to see how if we do get a reunion between Matt and Heather. I think that'd be very interesting to get, and I wouldn't object to seeing that, in full swing. Obviously not a romantic one, and I do think there was some blatant chemistry between Heather and Buck Cashman. Like, Vanessa was definitely trying to set them up. And speaking of Vanessa, I am so ready for her comeuppance. Like, honestly, I'm so ready for it. Like she's just, I don't know. I don't like Vanessa. I've never really been a big fan of Vanessa. I just think she's a terrible person. I mean, she's married to Kingpin, of course she's terrible, but I just think that she's a bit much at times. I do sometimes feel like she's a little bit panto as well. Not that that's a bad thing. Panto's great, but in realism, it kind of contrasts. But yeah, Vanessa, I think her time is coming to an end. I think it'll be an insane twist that could see the most brutal of Kingpin yet. I mean, saying that, we've seen pretty brutal sides of Kingpin. Like, I mean, he literally killed his boxing coach today in episode 3. Like, he literally punched him into a load of glass and killed him. But yeah, I think losing Vanessa Fisk might be what sets off Kingpin's most brutal yet. Because I do think we are going to start seeing a death toll rally up. Characters like Kirsten, McDuffie, Cherry as well. I think I spoke about this the other day, but I do think Kirsten is one of those. I think Daniel Blake as well is in a lot of danger. I don't really think BB Urik's going to be in any danger. If anything, I think BB Urik is going to try and save Daniel. But I'm very interested to see what they're doing with Daniel at the moment, because I feel like he's currently being set up to be the heir of Kingpin's throne. I think there is still I'm genuinely convinced that Daniel is actually Wilson Fisk's son. I'm genuinely I cannot be. I'm so convinced. Daniel Blake is the illegitimate son of Wilson Fisk. And I hope that is the case, because I think that'd be an awesome twist to have. And it'd be quite interesting to see how Vanessa responds to that. Because I do think there's possibilities that by the end of this show, if Vanessa survives this season, I think it's a strong possibility that we could see her fall pregnant with Richard Fisk. I do think that is something that we could see, and that could be, after, because I do believe that the Fisk's reign of terror is going to end in this season, given the fact that Sheila is still alive in the Brand New Day trailer, and Spider-Man's receiving a key to the city. But I do think there's going to be a long-term damage to both Daredevil and Kingpin by the end of this season, because the thing I'm most excited for, and I made a comment about this, the inevitable rematch between Daredevil and Kingpin, that is going to be amazing. I cannot wait to see these two get their hands on each other again. It's been far too long. There's been a lot of talk, there's been a lot of back and forward, and I'm just ready to start seeing them throw hands again, The bruising southpaw that is Wilson Fisk versus the the prodigal son of a boxer. I'm so ready for this inevitable throwdown. I need it. I need this fight so much. I think it'd be so cool to get, especially given the budget increase compared to the original show. I think they could really do some amazing stunts there with Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio. I think, and they're both incredibly talented and physically prepared for it. They both look amazing. So I think we're in for an amazing fight between Daredevil and Kingpin come the season finale. But yeah, I do think it will be the season finale where they actually fight. I don't think we're going to get another fight before then. If I'm wrong, then so be it. But next week we're nearly halfway through already, which is great to think about. But yeah, I'm so ready to see these two throw down inevitably. Well, I haven't. Just give me some time to get there. There you are. Oh. There you go. Not Daredevil. Yeah. Speaking of Spider-Man, we'll have give Jessica Jones a wrong one. Civil War one looks better. But yeah, I'm so ready for this fight, this throwdown. It's gonna be magnificent. But yeah. I forgot what I was gonna say. Sugar lumps. Oh, Karen talking about Frank. I genuinely think we're going to see Karen in Punisher One Last Kill. I think I think she has to be there. You know, maybe her ending point in season 2 is she leaves to go find Frank, because you know Matt's like incarcerated or something. So she goes to find Matt, and maybe we can get a Karen Page cameo in Brand New Day. That'd be pretty sick. But yeah, I honestly can't wait. There was a lot of talk of the Punisher, and obviously we know he's not going to show up. But it does kind of feel like that the Punisher one shot is going to be basically a Born Again season 2 epilogue in a way. I feel like it's going to be very, you know, obviously like setting up Brand New Day, but also kind of wrapping up the events of Born Again season 2 from Frank's perspective, which I've got no problem with. Obviously, I prefer if we got a scene between, excuse me, you know, Charlie Cox and John Bernthal, just because those two work beautifully together. Any scenes with those two in is more than welcome. But yeah, I genuinely think that we're going to see a lot of Born Again be quite fundamental to Frank's arc in One Last Kill, you know. And I do hope they bring back the original like Netflix theme for that as well, for Punisher. Just because I saw an amazing video of someone dubbing Frank's Choice over the scene where he takes down the AVTF. Like, that's such a good scene. I love that scene so much. It's absolutely stunning. And the song as well, the music is amazing. But yeah, I'm so ready for the rest of this season. It's so good. I mean, I loved season 1. It's my favourite Marvel show that has been released. But season 2 is so much better. It's like, oh my god, it's so good. I need more. I need this show to go on for like 8 years, you know. I need this show to keep going, you know. And the thing is, there's scope, like, for Kingpin's inevitable return once he gets likely incarcerated, because he spoke about, you know, Kingpin is like, he's like the Joker to Daredevil's Batman. He always comes back. Always comes back. You know, they could do the President Fisk. They can do all these different things with Kingpin. I just don't think... I feel like the only way Fisk's story is going to end is when he dies. Or, you know, and that I feel like will only happen at Vincent D'Onofrio's request. I feel like when he's done with the role, that's where we'll see the final outing of Kingpin. Because I don't... Personally, I don't believe that... you know, I don't believe that they won out yet. I think Charlie Cox has said he's interested in playing this role for many years to come. Vincent D'Onofrio has not said anything about retiring, at least to my knowledge. Again, if I'm wrong, please do correct me. But honestly, I feel like there's always going to be a way back for these guys. And I guess that kind of does diminish the stakes, but when the whole, like, city around them is... And what I really want is for the weight of Born Again to be felt in other things that, you know, Marvel release. You know, I really want the weight of this show to be so felt.
Justice is served.
That was cool. Yeah, I really want this show to just keep going for as long as it can because it's so good. Honestly, it's so good. I love this show so much. And yeah, I do hope that at some point Matt and Karen do have a kid. Just because I don't think they have one in the comic books, so it'd be cool to see that interaction with them as parents. I think that's the next step for these characters. You know, I reckon Matt will try and hang up the cowl again, hang up the billy clubs again. You know, if he becomes a father, but then he'll always be brought back. Same with Kingpin, like he'll try and settle down with Vanessa if Vanessa survives, and because I'm not convinced she will. I'm not convinced she'll survive. I think what would be really dark if they did like a Walking Dead comic thing with Judith and Laurie, where in the Walking Dead comic books, Laurie has Judith and they both die. And like, I really hope that doesn't happen because that's just a bit effed up. Not that the show isn't effed up. I mean, there's, you know, that scene with the AVTF arresting Angela's like aunt, as well as all those other guys, was brutal. That was honestly quite hard to watch. Like, I found that to be extremely, like, you know, telling of what the real world is like, and the fact you see videos like that all the time of like unlawful arrests, and you know these awful examples of prejudiced behaviour. It's disgusting, but it happens, you know, and it shouldn't be happening. It's disgusting that it is happening, but it's, if anything, it's probably a testament to the show for, you know, being honest about it. And I'm like, I've got to take my hat off. Like, I thought they were going to censor a lot of this kind of stuff, but it's true. It is so true, and I can't believe that Marvel of all places, you know, are the ones doing this, like telling this story. I think it's incredible that it's raising awareness to, and in such a clever way as well. They're not like outright naming people. It's not like they're naming Trump or, you know, I've just said his name now. It's not like they're naming people who are like real political figures. They're doing it in a very fictionalized way, and I just think it works. You know, I think it's the show, obviously doing its job, but also being aware of the ramifications if they get it wrong. And I just think it's excellent. It's such a good show. Yeah, I think that's as much as I've got to say for now for regards to Born Again. Yeah, I've kind of been yapping for ages at this point. It's like, that's such a cool thing. It's nice seeing the watchtower in the show as well at last.
As someone with a history of being underestimated, I just have to say that I never thought you'd be able to do that in a million years. I'm just kidding. Great work.
Yeah. Okay. What time are we on? Okay, I'm gonna stream for a bit. No, I think I'm gonna call it actually. I kind of yapped about everything I wanted to say. So for now, I think I'm going to call it and then catch up with everyone after Easter because, you know, I'm going home tomorrow and I haven't packed anything. So, yeah. Alright, that is going to be it from me. Massive thank you. I hope everyone has a wonderful Easter. Stay safe, whatever you're doing. And yeah, everyone take care. I'll see you all soon.